Howdy friends, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've recorded anything and I profusely apologize. I know I said I was gonna get back on track with 2022. Well, in classic Mare fashion, I am nothing but a liar. I want to talk to y'all because I am reading a book and it is very bad and I feel like y'all need to be on this journey with me. Also, I've had a change of my surroundings. Maybe I'll do like a little room tour later on in this vlog. But I recently moved apartments. I am no longer doing the Disney college program, which I talked about a little bit a couple months ago. That was a big part of my life. I am still in Florida, still live, laugh, loving, having a great time, but my room is very different. So maybe I'll give you a little sneak peek of that later. Anyways, the book that I'm reading that's really bad, it's called Ember of Night. And this is about a girl named Harley who discovers she has some secret powers after she sees something go down with this mysterious guy with dark hair named Draven. So I should have known it was gonna be bad. And honestly, I picked it up because I knew it was gonna be bad, but there's a difference between wanting a bad book and then like a book being so bad it's hard to read. I wanted to have a good fun time. I wanted to enjoy, you know, the dark mysterious haired boy. I wanted to enjoy the fun tropes, but like this book is just terrible. I'm struggling to finish it. I think I am like 2/3 through it, so I might try and read a little bit more tonight. We'll see what happens. After finishing Ember of Night, we're probably going to talk about Supernova, which is the third book in the Renegades trilogy by Marissa Meyer. And I have been reading this trilogy since the beginning of this year, so we're struggling. You know, we haven't read many books this year. It's fine. I think I am on my 5th book of the year, so we're doing great. My reading goal was 60 books this year and I think I can accomplish it, but currently I'm 5 books behind schedule, so I really need to get my life together and my life is very not together right now. Supernova, again, 3rd book in the Renegades trilogy, and the first one follows a girl named Nova. That's her name, right? Nova. And she infiltrates the good guys organizations, the Renegades, even though she's not a good guy. She actually has an ulterior motive here. And basically she just like infiltrates their society, trying to understand their ways and possibly some secret information that could help the bad guys win. And I really like it because it's sort of this morality question: what is good, what is bad, what's really the winning team. So I'm enjoying it. I think I gave the first book like 3.5 stars, maybe 4, maybe it was generous, and then the second book I probably gave about the same, and I feel the same about the 3rd book, but I mean, I've wanted to continue it and I think that means something, so I'm having a fun time, super fun and fresh, and I'll hopefully finish that in this vlog as well. Can't promise to read much more because again, I'm on my 5th book of the year and we're almost in March. Actually, we probably are in March. Is tomorrow March? Tomorrow might be March. Remember when I read like 20 books a month? Couldn't be me now. A couple days since we've talked. I just realized that I'm sitting on my beanbag, which makes a lot of noise, so I'll try not to move like at all while I'm talking to you. It's fine. A couple things have changed since we last talked. You know, that's how time works. Number one, I cut my hair. I actually got my hair cut this morning and I love it. It's so short. Like, it's not that short, but it's short for me because I always have long hair. I get like 1 haircut a year, but I really like how it turned out, so it's super cute. I feel like mature and old, which is like weird. I like it. It's cute. I think it's a moment. Today I did some very exciting things. Besides getting my hair cut, I actually went to the thrift store, and all I can focus on right now on the camera is this Dorito sunburn that I have. I don't know why I chose to wear red today because it's just gonna make that even more noticeable, but I think it's a power move, quite honestly. You don't care about that. You care about the thrift store. I'm not going to show you the clothes I bought. Well, I did buy this at the thrift store today, but I did buy some books. I got a heck of a bargain. So I got 4 different books from the bookstore for $2.20. I found this thrift store today where the hardback books are all $1 and the paperback books are 20 cents a piece. So I was like, yes, I'm going to buy something. Even if I'm not sure I want to read it, you know what, I might as well just buy it. And I actually found 2 books that I'd already read before. One of them I already own, and that's Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, but I didn't have this beautiful green cover in it. I'm excited to reread this. I've just been like craving a good Neil Gaiman moment, so now I can read it because my copy of this is not in this state. And then I also bought The Silent Patient because it was $1 and it's in pristine condition, and I loved this book, and I would just like to own it so that I could reread it, or also like lend it to someone who hasn't read it but really wants to. Also, I just realized I'm supposed to give synopsises for these. Oops. Neverwhere. It's about underground London's. It's Neil Gaiman. It's very mystical, magical, whatever M word you want to use to describe it. I would say if you liked A Darker Shade of Magic, you're gonna love this because it's got a lot of the same elements, but this one came out first. And then The Silent Patient is about a woman who kills her husband, and then she's been silent ever since. So she's sent to a psych ward, and her doctor's trying to figure out why she doesn't talk anymore. This book's controversial. If people like it, hate it, love it, it's up to you. I personally didn't see the twist coming at all, and I really enjoyed it, but I can also see why this twist would be, you know, not everybody's favorite, so I thought it was shocking and I liked how it shocked me. Then I got books that I actually have not read before. I got a shocking choice of a YA contemporary, Save the Date, and to be honest, I only bought this because I'd heard good things about it and it was autographed. Hello? I was like, for $1, I feel like I have to get this, and I know that this is a lot of my friends' favorite. I don't know much about this except that it's about a wedding and it's YA contemporary, so will I enjoy it? I'm not sure, but I think if I'm ever going to read a YA contemporary, now is probably the time as we transition into spring, so we'll give her a shot. And then the last book that I picked up is Ready Player One, which is about a video game. I think there's something about Oasis. Yeah, the Oasis, and you know, I actually don't know what this is about. I really liked the movie, except for some weird, chaotic parts of it that I didn't like. I've heard the book's better and more detailed. I've also heard this book's bad. I've heard it's great. It was 20 cents. I just went ahead and bought it without knowing much about it, so I hope you can forgive me for that. Anyways, that's what I purchased. Also got some cute clothes and such, but this isn't a lifestyle channel, so I'm not going to show you those. You care about the books, mostly. I don't know if you care about the books, but now you know about the books. I'm going to talk to you more about books now because I finished one, which is quite a feat because I have read 5 or 6 books this year, and it's March. We're doing really great. That book is Ember of Night, and you know, we're not actually doing great because this was a 1-star read for me. I really hated this. There was nothing redeeming about it. Just a quick synopsis of Ember of Night, if you actually do care about what this book is about. It's about a girl named Harley who has an abusive father, and she would do anything to protect her younger sister, Ray. And one day, this mysterious, dark-haired boy named Raven comes into her life, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna drop everything just so I can be with him. But then also, she has magic that like was never there before, but now it is there before, and I feel like I have makeup on my face that isn't blended in, and I just can't stop staring at it. Yeah, I didn't care about Draven. I didn't care about Harley. I didn't understand why she had magic, how she had magic. I didn't think her magic made any sense. There was no good world building. There was no explanation to her magic, and I really wanted to know more about her powers, which should like theoretically be the most interesting part of this book besides the romance. The magic, the romance. Neither of them delivered. The romance was very bad because I didn't understand why Harley liked Draven except for the fact that he was dark and mysterious and, you know, could save her life probably, but I'm like, does this boy have a personality besides being brooding? And like, usually sign me up for that, but I was not a fan of this because I feel like if you're gonna be brooding, you at least have to have like some sort of reason, and all he had was a traumatic backstory, which like, I get. Like, we need a traumatic backstory to like understand the brooding, but also like have more to that, to your personality. Like, at least be funny, like have a characteristic that is not being hot, and then I'll understand why this character likes you. But like, his personality was just being hot. And Harley, her personality was caring about her sister, which is endearing, I guess, but also like, girl, I don't understand why you have magic. I don't understand why you're the main character. You give off the most pick-me energy I've ever seen in my life, and I hated everything about this. And you know, I should have known not to pick this up because it's by Entangled Teen. And you know who published Crave? Entangled Teen. I thought Crave was like fun though, in a bad way. This was just bad in a bad way. I was really hoping this would be a fun time, and it was just a bad time. So this I am immediately discarding. Another book that I'm reading, Supernova. And this one's a lot better than Ember of Night. So I actually am enjoying these a significant amount. I'm just taking forever to read them because I'm reading them on my phone. My camera light's flashing, so I need to be real quick with my thoughts on this. I'm 2/3 into this. I'm probably gonna finish it this weekend, and I will get back to you with my final thoughts on it, but we're at the part where all the conflict is finally presenting itself, and basically the payoff of the 3 books. So I'm like really engaged, really interested in what's gonna happen. I am really worried for our main characters, Nova and for Adrian, and seeing what direction they're going to go in, and how are these 2 sides of the war going to play out. It's not really a war, that was like dramatic, but how are these 2 sides going to play out, the good versus the evil, the renegades versus the arch enemies, anarchists. I don't know why I said arch enemies, that's the name of the second book, but I want to see how their dynamic plays out. I also don't think I explained the Renegades series very well, and this is probably not the time because again my camera's dying, but this is a superhero kind of world where basically there are renegades who have special powers, and they are against the anarchists, who are people who also have powers, but then they use them for evil. And Nova is an anarchist, and then Adrian is a renegade, but then Nova infiltrates the renegades to get information for the anarchists, and that's kind of how this series plays off. But then Nova develops feelings for certain people and develops friendships with these people, so she's kind of wondering like, okay, what side of the war am I actually on? And it's just really interesting being in these characters' heads and seeing their intentions and how they actually act, and I'm really enjoying it, surprisingly. I'm just, again, not good at reading on my phone, and my iPad's not working, so I can't read books on my iPad anymore. I don't know what's going on with that, but I need to figure it out because I can't read on my phone. But I'll get back to you. I'm talking a million miles an hour, and I'm gonna go eat my nuggets that I just made now. Hi there, friends. I have officially finished Renegades, so I wanted to talk about it. Well, I didn't finish Renegades the book. I finished Renegades the series because I finished Supernova. That's the actual name of the book that I read. I also just got my book of the month box in the mail, so I wanted to unbox it with y'all because, to be honest, I don't remember what I ordered. And we're gonna find out together what I did, because I'm sure it's gonna be a fun surprise for each of us. First of all, Supernova. I thought it was a really great conclusion to the series, actually. I really liked the end there. It took me a long time to read this book. I think it took me the longest to read Supernova out of all 3 of the books, because I've been working on these since January, so pretty much a book a month for me with this series, which is very unfortunate, but you know, that's my pace right now, and that's my pace. I'm okay with it as long as I'm reading and I'm enjoying what I'm reading. That's all that really matters. Supernova, I think, was my favorite out of the 3. I still don't think it's a perfect 5-star, but the ending I just thought made so much sense for the characters and so much sense for their development. Like, you could really see that these characters grew throughout these 3 books, and they did things that they probably wouldn't have done in the first book, but that made sense for their character arc. So I just really liked how things played out with everyone, and I am only not giving it like a 5-star rating because the ending really irritated me. I know I just said like the ending made perfect sense, but there was an epilogue that untied a lot of connected ends. So I'm a little bit frustrated that the author is not planning to release a 4th Renegades book, because the ending just had me with so many questions. Like, I was really upset. I did my research immediately when I finished the book. I was like, oh my god, where's the 4th book? Where's the novella? Where is something where I can get any information on how this character is now intertwining with these other characters, because her arc just got completely unraveled and it was just really interesting to read about. So I'm like, that's a really good twist, but I'm also like, I want to know more about what's going on here, and I'm really frustrated that there's no information in sight that is ever going to come to me about this character. So that annoyed me a little bit, the epilogue, but again, like the actual ending of the series itself and just how the characters progressed, I really liked it. It made a lot of sense for them. Of course, I'm a little selfish and I wanted a little bit more resolution with all of them, but I'm just like really hoping that Marissa Meyer will write a 4th Renegades book or a novella or something, because there's just a lot of questions that you need to answer, girl, and I am not okay with how it ended. Like, I'm okay with how it ended, but I'm not okay with how it ended. So please write more, because I really did enjoy this series overall. I can't remember the last time I read a series back to back like that. Obviously, like, I didn't read it super fast, but I just really enjoyed spending time with these characters, and the plot was super interesting. I don't think that Renegades is the most profound young adult series out there, but if you're looking for something that's really fun and enticing and has really well-developed characters, I think that this one's gonna be for you. I'm thinking about picking up Cinder next because I really enjoyed Marissa Meyer's writing. It was really effortless and it kept me hooked the entire time, so I definitely want to give some of her other books a chance. Let's dive into my book of the month box because I want to see what I purchased. It's upside down. Can you read it? There we go. I also wanted to say about book of the month, I know that a lot of people have watched my book of the month video, which I'll link in the cards and in the description if you want to go check it out. I basically just talk about what is book of the month, do I think it's worth it. I go really in depth with this service, and I wanted to say that they actually announced that they no longer just do 5 books every month. You can now choose from up to 7 different book selections every month, so that's pretty cool. I wanted to just like update that information in case you were curious and you didn't hear about that. I'm really excited about that change because I feel like a lot of the time with book of the month I'll end up skipping. I do think that the service is worth it, but sometimes I just won't do it that month because there's not a book that I really want. So the first book that I got is I think one of the actual 7 that you could have chose from last month, and that is The Cartographers by Ping Shepherd. And I remember this being pitched as a murder mystery with fantastical elements to it, and I think it's about this woman whose father was a cartographer and then he got murdered at the library, and that there's some like sort of connection to that map. And then I also got A River Enchanted. So I don't remember what this one's about. I think it's some sort of fantasy, which would make sense because, you know, I typically only really read fantasy. It says something about an ominous journey across dark waters, childhood enemies, now unwilling partners. Sounds like it has a lot of elements that I like, and the cover is really pretty. And then the last book that I got is actually One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, and I know it's kind of surprising. I might not have read this already because I feel like everyone on booktube has. I was not like the biggest fan of Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I liked it. I didn't love it. I didn't really get the hype as much as everyone else did, so I was a little bit apprehensive about One Last Stop because people were saying they didn't like it as much as Red, White, and Royal Blue, but I think that a fun little sapphic romance would be perfect for the summer, and it's starting to get really hot in Florida, so this is definitely a book that I want to read by the pool. It's about a woman who's displaced in time on a subway, and this woman keeps seeing her on her commute to work and they fall in love maybe, so I thought that this could be fun for the summer. Those are all the books that I've read. Well, not that I've read. Those are all the books that I've purchased and probably won't read for many months. So now I think I need to pick my next read, which I'm kind of thinking, can I get it out? Hello. I might read The Knife of Never Letting Go because I just watched the Chaos Walking movie and I loved it. And I did read this a long time ago, like middle school, and I really enjoyed it then, so I'm kind of like, maybe this would be a good series to get into. I'm also kind of feeling Cinder because, again, I just read Renegades by the same author and I really enjoyed it. So I think that diving into another series by her could be a lot of fun. I know this one is sort of a retelling series, so this first one follows a retelling of Cinderella, but she was a cyborg. So this one I've been told to read since I was in like middle school, so this one's a long time coming. But I just haven't ever read it, but maybe I'm a little bit more motivated now. Plus this cover is gorgeous. I love the pink. I've also been really wanting to pick up Mistborn, but I'm a little bit scared. So let me know what you think, if I should make this journey, or perhaps Ruined. This one seems like a fun trope-filled time. It's pretty popular on Book Talk. Then I also have Havenfall, and this one is by the author of Everless, which I talked about pretty recently on my channel. It's a duology that I read that surrounded the concept of time as currency, and I really enjoyed it. So I have a feeling I could really enjoy this duology as well, but I just haven't started it yet. So if any of those books appeal to y'all or you think that I would like them, let me know in the comments because I'm probably gonna post this video before I end up actually starting another book. Oops. But I think I'm mostly leaning towards Cinder right now, although I don't know, this one's like really intriguing me because I know it has something to do with an inn, and that's one of my favorite tropes in books. So let me know what you think I should start next, or if there's any other books that you see on my shelf that might interest me, because I really need some good book recommendations to pull me out of this reading slump. I'm really slumped, y'all. Haven't been reading a lot of books this year, and that just makes me sad. So I want to get back into it, need to get back into it. So yeah. Thanks for listening to me ramble in this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel down below. I will be back with some more book-related content eventually. Can't say when, but yeah, hopefully I'll film maybe like a TBR soon, or like recent reads. I would probably film a recent reads video, but I think I've read like 4 books since the last time I filmed one, which is embarrassing, but it's fine. So yeah, let me know what videos you want to see, what books I should read, what books have you been reading. I would love to catch up in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye y'all.